In this video, we are going to discuss our second example on harmonic function. Hi, how are you doing? If you are new to this channel, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and continue watching the videos online. You can also leave me a comment and tell me which area of engineering mathematics you'd like me to make videos on. We are told, given a function u is equal to exponential 3x cos 3y, we have first or to show that the function is harmonic, and secondly, we determine the conjugate harmonic function v of xy such that the whole function u plus jv is an analytic function. Now let us quickly go through this. We have u is equal to exponential 3x cos dy. We first have to determine the second order partial derivative so that we can substitute them in the Laplace equation. We know that the Laplace equation for u, the Laplace equation for u is second order partial derivative of u with respect to x plus second order partial derivative of u with respect to y. Now we need to find the two second order partial derivatives, which are, we first start by finding the first order partial derivative of u with respect to x. Differentiate this with respect to x. It will be 3 exponential 3x cos of 3y. From the first order derivative, we determine the second order derivative, which is second order derivative of u with respect to x. This will be, differentiate this again with respect to x, it will be 9 exponential 3x cosine of 3y. I believe, having done calculus in first year, differentiating this will not be a big problem. Now we find the second order derivative of u with respect to y, but before that, we have to get the first order derivative of u with respect to y. Differentiate this one with respect to y. It will be, here we have y, so this is the only part that we consider in our differentiation. You have exponential 3x. If you differentiate cosine of 3y, you get negative 3 sine 3y. If you differentiate this again, you get the second order derivative of u with respect to y. It will be equal to, differentiate here again, it will be, we have negative 3. If we differentiate this one, it will produce 3 cosine of 3y, multiply with this 3, it will be negative 9 exponential 3x cosine of 3y. Let us substitute this result and this result in the Laplace equation. The second order derivative of u with respect to x, this one, maybe we should first say, substituting the two results, substituting the two results in the Laplace equation. So we have 9x squared, we have 9 exponential 3x, 9 exponential 3x cos 3y, plus, here, plus the second order derivative with respect to y, which has a negative, and then that's why I'm using a negative here, 9 exponential 3x cos 3y. You can see this will give us 0 as expected from the Laplace equation, and therefore we can say the function u is equal to exponential 3x cos 3y is a harmonic function. You can say u is equal to exponential 3x can say because because Laplace equation has been satisfied, u is equal to exponential 3x cosine of 3y is a harmonic function. Now you go ahead and determine the second harmonic function v. You know that given u, v, say here Roman 2, you know that if you are given u, v will be equal to be negative integral partial derivative of u with respect to y times change in x, or integrate partial derivative of u with respect to y with respect to x plus integral of partial derivative of u with respect to y, not with respect to y but with respect to x, times change in y, or we integrate partial derivative of u with respect to x with respect to y. Now let's substitute the partial derivative. V is equal to negative integral of this partial derivative with respect to u. We have it here. It is negative 3 exponential 3x sine 3y. I'm integrating with respect to x plus here integral of the partial derivative with respect to u. The partial derivative of u with respect to x, which is this one, 3 exponential 3x cosine of 3y, but this time down we're integrating with respect to x, not with respect to x but instead with respect to y. Notice these two negatives, they will multiply to give us a positive. I don't know whether we need to rewrite that again, but let us just rewrite it. This is integral of 3 exponential 3x sine 3y with respect to x plus integral of 3 exponential 3x cos 3y with respect to y. Notice here, from your work in calculus, differentiation by product rule, the whole of this, you can also write it as v is equal to integral of exponential 3x sine 3y. Integrate that derivative. This is from your first year work, calculus 1, differentiation by product rule. The whole of this is a result of differentiating this using product rule. I know you did calculus in first year. Calculus is very important in other levels of your study, especially when it comes to engineering mathematics. A lot of time, students try to ignore calculus because they don't find it very interesting. But even if you ignore calculus in your first year of study, it will still catch up with you at some point in your course. So this one you should be able to notice. The whole of this one you should be able to notice. It will be derivative of, it will be integral of this derivative. But I can help you see that if you have forgotten differentiation by product rule. If you take this exponential 3x sine 3y. This one, to differentiate it, you need to use product rule. You can call this one to be our u, for example, and this one to be our v. So that if you differentiate this one, we are told to find the derivative of, with respect to x of exponential 3x sine 3y. We are told to differentiate that. It will be equal to u derivative of v with respect to x plus v derivative of v with respect to x. Let us see what it will be true. So we have derivative with respect to x of exponential 3x sine 3y. Differentiating that one. If you use product rule, take u the 80s. We have said we take sine 3y to be our u. Sine 3y. If we differentiate our v, which is exponential 3x, it will be 3 exponential 3x. Let me put the 3 here, exponential 3x. Plus, we take v the 80s, these are v, exponential 3x. But now we differentiate our u. If we differentiate u, which is sine 3y, with respect to x, you are differentiating sine 3y with respect to x, you have to use implicit or differentiation of implicit function. Sine 3y, because you are differentiating it with respect to x, it will be an implicit function. So using the method for differentiating implicit functions, it will be sine 3y, not sine, you have to differentiate it to get cos 3y dy dx. What if now we cross multiply it with dx? We will get exponential 3x sine 3y is equal to, here we have a dx, 3 sine 3y exponential 3x dx plus 3 exponential 3x cos 3y dy. You can rearrange it through like this one exactly, or you can just leave it the way it is. You can say, now let us integrate both sides. Integral, the order of this, you can write it as exponential 3x sine 3y with a prime. It means it's a derivative. You are trying to integrate a derivative. Is equal to, we want to integrate both sides. Integral of 3. Let me start with exponential 3x. Exponential 3x is exponential 3x sine 3y dx here plus integral, here you have a 3 exponential 3x cos of 3y dy, cos 3y dy. Notice the order of this is the same as this, and the order of this is the same as this, and that's why I'm saying integral of all of this one will become this, which I've taken a lot of my time to try to prove to you. But of course, if you can really remember product rule very well, you don't need to do all this work. I was only trying to remind you. So all this is not necessary. You should be able to see from inspection the order of these will give you this. If you cannot be able to see it directly, then in that case you require to do all this work to prove whether you are right or wrong. But you really need not to do that. These I have written it in a different color because it was not a very necessary part of our question. We are only doing it to help us understand why that is happening. Now let me go ahead with my problem here. This is what I wanted to integrate. So we have said v is equal to integral of the derivative exponential 3x sin 3y sin 3y. Which will simply give us, if we integrate this derivative, integral will cancel out differentiation. And we simply get v is exponential 3x sin 3y plus a constant of integration. Now we are done getting the value of v. Now we prove whether the function of complex variable will be analytic. You can say the function of complex variable z is equal to u plus jv. Or we can simply say exponential x, not exponential x, but exponential 3x, exponential 3x cos 3y plus j into bracket exponential 3x sin 3y as a constant of integration. The CR equations are partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to partial derivative of v with respect to y and partial derivative of v with respect to x is equal to negative partial derivative of u with respect to y. These two are our Cauchy-Riemann's equations. These two, I have already determined it in the process of checking whether u is a harmonic function, so I don't need to determine them again. If we now find the partial derivatives of v, see these are v, partial derivative of v with respect to x is equal to what? 3 exponential 3x sin 3y. If you differentiate a constant, you get 0. Partial derivative of v with respect to y is v. You see, these are v. If you differentiate sin 3y with respect to y, you multiply with 3, the function sine will change into cosine, but before that, you have exponential 3x, then cosine sine function there changes to sine. So that is our partial derivative of v with respect to y. Now we equate the partial derivatives as per Cauchy-Riemann's equation. We are told the first Cauchy-Riemann equation tells us, let us write them down here. Partial derivative of u with respect to x should be equal to partial derivative of v with respect to y. Is that really the case? What is the partial derivative of v with respect to x? 3 exponential 3x cos 3y, 3 exponential 3x cosine of 3y must be equal to partial derivative of v with respect to y. Partial derivative of v with respect to y, which is 3 exponential 3x cosine of 3y. Our two partial derivatives equal. They are equal, and the first Cauchy-Riemann equation has been satisfied. Now let us check the second one. The second one we have partial derivative of v with respect to x must be equal to negative the partial derivative of v with respect to y. What is partial derivative of v with respect to x? You have it here. It is 3 exponential 3x sine 3y. You want to check whether it is equal to this. So you should put the negative first here. And then the partial derivative of u with respect to y, partial derivative of u with respect to y has another negative. So it's that negative over there times this negative. That's going to give you a positive 3 exponential 3x sine 3y. Positive 3 exponential 3x sine 3y. And the second Cauchy-Riemann equation has been satisfied. And that shows that function, you can say, make a statement and say the two CR equations have been satisfied. Therefore, function of z or function of complex variable equal to u plus jv is analytic. The function is analytic, and therefore you have been able to, first of all, you have been able to show that u is a harmonic function, and secondly, we have been able to show that after getting v, the whole function of complex variable equal to u plus jv is analytic. You can see how quickly it is to get the 10 marks, and therefore, and that's why I've always insisted that you should always take this topic very seriously. Now continue watching more videos online, and remember to leave a comment before you move on to the next video. Tell me which institution you watch from, tell me the content you'd like me to upload, or make any other comment that you'd want to.